Cobra 2012 6. The Portal, the Intelligence Hub for the Victory of Light. Saturday, June 30, 2012. Green light update. Real green light has not been issued yet. When that happens, action will be taken within 24 hours timeframe. This action will be very evident for everyone and nobody will have any more doubts whatsoever. I have received hints from independent sources that action might indeed take place by 4th of July. However, they were just hints and I cannot completely confirm this. Even if nothing happens by then, rest assured that mass arrests will happen. The cabal must be removed from this planet and that removal will happen within a reasonable time frame. It is worth mentioning that there are interesting developments in occult economy taking place. The resistance movement has been playing with and testing the computer systems of the Rothschilds banking casino to prepare for the reset. Eastern Alliance and White Dragon Society are very active during this weekend, putting additional pressure to the system. This is all in preparation for the financial green light as Drake calls it. Many members of the cabal are now seriously considering silent surrender when the event happens. The event is a worldwide operation. Indiana, USA, it will happen through the Positive Military. Indiana, Canada, and Australia it will be a combination of their own Positive Military and Interpol. In Europe, it will be carried out through the Positive faction inside Interpol and NATO. In Asia, it will be a combination of Interpol and White Dragon Society. In Latin America it will happen through a certain Positive group that has members throughout most of the South/Central America and whose name cannot be disclosed. Situation in Africa is more complex and will receive special assistance. And finally, the Resistance will give support with Operation Omega Phoenix, Pleiadians with Operation Stardust 2, and we collectively with our mass meditations, posted by Cobra at 3:23 p.m. 60 comments. Email this blog this. Share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share to Pinterest. Labels, Event, Green Light, Mass Arrests, Omega Phoenix, Positive Military, Resistance Movement, Stardust 2, White Dragon Society, World Liberation Movement. Thursday, June 28, 2012. Operation Omega Phoenix. I have contacted my sources and this is what they said. The infiltration of the Positive Military group has been completely removed. The Positive Military is now ready for action. Also, the Resistance Movement and the Pleiadians are ready to back them up with their support. However, I did not receive direct confirmation for the green light or that the sweep period has already started. If the Positive Military wants to confirm the green light or if they want me to distribute any message to the public, they can contact me at. The Resistance Movement will have its own role in the event and this is known under the code name Operation Omega Phoenix. This operation has two parts. The first part of Operation Omega Phoenix has just been declassified and I can speak a little bit about it. At the time of the event, a certain number of Resistance operatives will emerge from their subterranean bases to the surface. They will be wearing plain civilian clothes and not military uniforms. They will closely monitor the mass arrest process and will help the Positive Military and civil authority in the arrests themselves when necessary. Members of the cabal that will be arrested by the Resistance operatives will be taken to undisclosed locations and later released into the hands of Positive Military/civil authority. The only exception for this are a few members of the cabal that have committed crimes beyond this planet in their past and must appear before the Galactic Court. Most of those will be later returned to Earth for humanity to determine their destiny, but a fraction of them will be taken to Galactic Central Sun immediately. Top people inside the Positive Military have been notified about Operation Omega Phoenix and they fully agree with it. Posted by Cobra at 8:59 a.m. 329 comments. Email this blog this. Share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share to Pinterest. Labels, Green Light, Omega Phoenix, Positive Military, Resistance Movement. Omega Phoenix approved. Posted by Cobra at 12:55 a.m. 78 comments. Email this blog this. Share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share to Pinterest. Wednesday, June 27, 2012. Interviews and videos. You might want to listen to Cobra interview with Lisa Harrison. Or read the transcript. You may also read transcripts of my former interviews with Stephen Cook. this one, and this one. There are also some videos on YouTube. The Veil, Operation Stardust 2, Uranus Square Pluto, Archons Activity. Enjoy. Posted by Cobra at 1:22 p.m. 41 comments. Email this blog this. Share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share to Pinterest. Labels, Cobra Interview, YouTube. Tuesday, June 26, 2012. Evaluate Omega Phoenix. Posted by Cobra at 3:27 p.m. 201 comments. Email this blog this. Share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share to Pinterest. R13/4 complete. L0 radius, 6.5 m. Posted by Cobra at 1:46 a.m. 61 comments. Email this blog this. Share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share to Pinterest. Monday, June 25, 2012. Uranus Square Pluto, Archons Activity. I would like to bring to your attention that this Sunday, June 24th, was the exact time of Uranus-Pluto square, a very powerful astrological alignment that brings much tension into the air. This influence is most intense in the time window between June 21st and June 28th. This is the time frame that major non-physical archons set for the beginning of a violent revolution and civil war. They are hoping to spread this worldwide to create chaos in order to help their physical counterparts hide away from the mass arrest sweeps. That will not help them, even if they try to hide in Uganda. Rest assured that the light forces know where they are in every moment. This Archon's plan will not come to fruition as there are higher positive forces preventing this. Know that non-physical Archons and their minions are behind most violent acts on this planet and they will not be able to initialize this as they are losing power daily. Goddess wants peace. And peace shall come. There is hidden war now taking place in Pentagon. The Dark Cabal tried to infiltrate the positive military group to stop the mass arrests, but this is currently successfully being dealt with. This was one of the main reasons for delays that frustrated so many people. Stardust 2 is a defense and not an attack weapon. It will be activated only to prevent the Cabal from doing harm at the time of the event. This technology can be activated on a distance with a precision of about 1/1,000,000th of a millimeter. It will be targeted specifically to the neurotransmitters in nerve cells in the bodies of the members of the Cabal. This technology is very target-specific and no innocent individual will be harmed in any way. Taking certain hardcore members of the Cabal into the galactic central sun is healing, not punishment. Some of them have been damaged beyond repair. They have rejected the light completely and this is the only way to deal with the situation. They will not feel any pain while being disintegrated. They will simply be gone forever. Regardless of the events in the next few days, please remain calm, but alert. Archons and their minions will try to provoke you. It is natural and human to feel anger, fear, doubt or impatience. But do not act on it. Just calmly observe your emotions, take a few breaths, maybe play your favorite song and then decide how to act. Do not engage in violence, whether physical, rioting, violent revolution, or verbal, attacking messengers on the internet, hateful comments to anyone, relationship quarrels. Violence will not solve our problems. Clearly planned and focused action will. Focus instead on beauty, nature, meditation. Find calmness within. And when you need to act, act from that calmness. Posted by Cobra at 10:15 a.m. 118 comments. Email this blog this. Share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share to Pinterest. Labels, Archons, Goddess, Positive Military, Stardust 2, Uranus Square Pluto. Saturday, June 23, 2012. Tonight in Babylon. Posted by Cobra at 2:39 p.m. 185 comments. Email this blog this. Share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share to Pinterest. Thursday, June 21, 2012. Operation Stardust 2. You might want to listen to the excellent last Drake S interview, especially from 18 to 86-minute mark. It is obvious at this point that the Cabal as a whole does not want to surrender. The plan of the mass arrests continues. This time of negotiations has not been spent in vain. The Cabal has been given its chance. the generous offer has been refused. This protocol has finally allowed the positive ET forces to start taking some action. According to the Galactic Codex, Section 4/2, the Galactic Confederation has an unalienable and unconditional right to the implementation of the Galactic Codex and of conquering the areas of Galactic Codex violation with military force if necessary. This subsection gives a legal basis for the liberation of the occupied planets with military force. The military forces of the Confederation remove or give assistance to the local positive military in removal of the representatives of the Dark Forces and set the hostages free. Operation Stardust 2 was carried out by the Pleiadian fleet from the orbit of planet Earth. Stardust is the code name of a special advanced nanotechnology. It is a dust made of small nanoparticles that were sprayed into the physical bodies of the members of the Cabal and their minions, think cosmic chemtrails. This nanodust cannot be removed by any technology known on Earth. Its activation has two phases. The first phase blocks the central nervous system immediately and a person cannot move. The second phase kills the person. It will be activated at the time of the event to block members of the Cabal trying to do any harm. In vast majority of cases, phase 1 activation will be sufficient. The purpose of the Operation Stardust is to counteract any negative effects of Doom 33 that the Cabal might want to use at that point. In combination with the positive military action, this basically checkmates the power of the Cabal. This technology will not be activated before the event. At the event, the positive military and civilian authority will still need to do their part. The purpose of this operation is to make it easier for them. If high-ranking members of the Cabal need to have proof that Operation Stardust 2 is real, this proof can be arranged. I would still suggest them to surrender before the event takes place or even during the event itself. Those that surrender and cooperate with the light forces will be treated with much more forgiveness. I would also like to stress that most of the members of the Cabal families are not guilty and need healing, not condemnation. As you can read in this brave report, I would encourage other beings in similar position to come forth with their confessions. I will give space in my blog for their expression. This will be healing for many. As I have said many times, I do not know when the event will happen. No human being knows, only our source knows. Yes, it can happen in a few days. But no guarantees. I've been given intel years ago that the deadline is April 2012. Now it is June. The only thing I know 100% is that it will happen. I will report the events as they unfold. Posted by Cobra at 12:57 p.m. 316 comments. Email this blog this. Share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share to Pinterest. Labels: Doom 33, Event, Nanodust, Positive Military, Stardust 2. Evaluate L1 per liter 0 grid ratio. Posted by Cobra at 2:19 a.m. 113 comments. Email this blog this. Share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share to Pinterest. Wednesday, June 20, 2012. Interviews, answers, conferences, funding and current situation. You can listen to the interview about the occult role of gold. Or read the transcript. There will be more interviews coming. For those doing the interviews, please modulate my voice enough so it is not possible to say who I am, but not so much that the average listener cannot discern what I have to say. Also, there are other modulations apart from Darth Vader voice possible. For those sending me emails, your input is greatly appreciated, your light is very much loved and I read every single one of your emails personally. However, it is not possible to answer all your questions directly and I try to include answers to your questions in the upcoming posts on my blog when appropriate. In the future when safety conditions permit, I will be able to hold conferences worldwide where I will speak about different topics connected to the planetary liberation, ascension, disclosure and first contact. There people will be able to ask questions directly. People willing to organize such events can contact me at. Also, the scope of this blog, projects associated with it regarding planetary liberation and people's response to this has grown to the point when I can no longer cover everything with my own financial resources. Information in this blog will always be free. However, additional funding is needed from wealthy persons that are willing to contribute something to those liberation efforts. I trust there are some rich people out there that haven't been completely absorbed into the Rothschild casino and would like to support the light instead. Minimum donation is $1,000 and regular monthly donations would ease things very much. Those willing to help, please contact for details. Actually, there are vast funds that rightfully belong to me and could be put into good use in those projects, but the Jesuit faction is constantly blocking my access to that money. I keep fighting to get it back for years, but as of yet, without success. It seems very unlikely at this point that Cabal will surrender. Some factions of the Cabal were sincerely considering surrender, but the other option seems to prevail. Plans are being developed as a response to this and will be revealed on this website soon. I am just a messenger and not God, and therefore it is not within my direct power to make things happen, although I have much influence in some circles. P.S. There has been a strong reaction to this post, especially from people having emotional issues with money. Please understand that call for funding was directed towards wealthy individuals outside the Cabal, as this would not be a burden for them, and not to general population. If you are unhappy with this issue, get off your couch and go liberate the planet yourself. I will continue my efforts here anyway. I will post an update about negotiations and the mass arrest plans as soon as I gather intel, which will be in less than 12 hours. Thank you for your understanding. PPS. People are asking why the Pleiadians cannot manifest funds. For this you need to have a receiving manifestation chamber on the surface of the planet and another sending manifestation chamber on the ship. When this can be arranged, hunger on this planet will be a thing of the past. Also, my connection with the Resistance is not such that they could transfer money. I receive intel from them in a way that does not pose security risk. I hope my answer clears this issue and we can finally refocus on more important things. Posted by Cobra at 3:05 p.m. 139 comments. Email this blog this. Share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share to Pinterest. Labels: Cobra interview, conferences, funding, Pleiadians, Resistance Movement, Rothschild, World Liberation Movement update. We can do it. We can set the planet free. Keep the focus and continue doing weekly liberation meditations until the planet is liberated. Facebook and YouTube have been messing with our efforts. I received many reports from people not being able to join our Facebook events and our YouTube videos being banned, especially in Germany and Japan. Please use also alternative routes to spread the message. Nevertheless, the Facebook event for our weekly meditations and the videos are here. And also for Shabbat event for our solstice meditation. Posted by Cobra at 4:11 a.m. 84 comments. Email this blog this. Share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share to Pinterest. Labels: Facebook, World Liberation Movement, YouTube. Monday, June 18, 2012. The Veil. Time has come for me to release more intel about the Archons, as we are entering the period when the destiny of this planet is being decided and people need to be informed so better choices can be made. About 26,000 years ago, Archons declared this planet to be their property and all beings living on it their hostages and slaves. They have declared this planet to be a quarantine, and every space vehicle entering or exiting this planet needed a special permit from the Archons. This is the reason for non-interference we hear so much about. The human race was being held hostage by the Archons for all those millennia, and after being held in a closed-loop system of reincarnating to the same place over and over again, amnesia and lethargy crept in. The time of amnesia is almost over. After June 21st this year, the rescue operations coordinated by positive ET races will increase in intensity. In the past, the only way a human being could escape from the quarantine was through the ascension process, during which he had to release all attachments to all physical, etheric, astral and mental realities where Archons can operate. An alternative option of gaining freedom by being able to travel to other star systems will open to humanity soon as the quarantine dissolves. The Archons have been sustaining their control with a special technology that is called the Veil. It is an electromagnetic frequency fence on the lower astral and especially on the etheric plane, extending maximally 8.6 miles upwards and downwards from the surface ground level of our planet, that to a great extent prevents the light from coming into the quarantine Earth. The veil is being operated by the non-physical archons. This technology could be best described as etheric warp. This technology distorts the time/space structure on quantum level and thus creates big difficulties for UFO propulsion systems of the positive ET forces. In the past, this has hindered the progress of the positive ET races towards this planet significantly. Apart from keeping the good ETs at bay, the veil has a function of programming/reprogramming the human population and keeping it in the reincarnation/recycling process. I will now state few of the main astral/etheric programs for incarnated humans currently in operation. 1. Lowering of consciousness and light body/Merkaba deactivation. This program is maintained with etheric standing wave resonance technology. 2. Blocking of free will and of positive initiative. This program is maintained with etheric infrasound technology. Part of that sound precipitates towards the physical plane and some people can hear it as a very low frequency hum. This was the source of mysterious sounds that people heard in the beginning of 2012 and not the destruction of deep underground military bases, as some sources erroneously reported. Infrasound blocks certain centers in the physical brain and this blocks positive initiative. This infrasound is also the cause of unusual tiredness that many people experience without any apparent reason. 3. Lowering the intelligence. This is done by inducing strong magnetic fields to the etheric brain and to the membrane between the physical and etheric brain, and this disturbs the thinking process. This program results in foggy mind, forgetfulness and lack of focus. 4. Inducing disharmony in relationships. This is being done by tampering with the chakras of the etheric body and creating dissonant frequencies on the auric membrane with etheric infrasound. This program results in artificial split between love and sexuality, closing of the heart, overactivity of the mind and disbalance between female and male principles. 5. Inducing poverty. This is being done by projecting poverty holograms/images into the etheric brain. 6. Subculture division. This program operates by targeting different subcultures with specific opposing etheric holographic images and thus creating division among them. 7. Eating patterns/obesity. This program is induced by projecting images of a certain food that creates obesity into the etheric brain. 8. All-seeing eye. This spy program operates from the etheric plane and monitors all activity of physical beings and then reports this to the non-physical archons. 9. Implants. These are etheric/astral crystals that were put into the aura of every human being just before the incarnation, as that person needs to descend from the mental/higher astral planes through the lower astral/etheric towards the physical in order to incarnate. Those implants remove the memory of the prior incarnations and are the main reason why we mostly do not remember past lives, nor the archon entities ruling the planet. Implants are somewhat poetically called the veil of forgetfulness. There were also physical implants. The physical implants were very popular in Atlantis but were discontinued after the fall of Atlantis happened. There was an attempt to reintroduce physical implants after the World War II with physical bioships that were put into the vast majority of human beings through vaccination programs. This is the main reason why WHO has made vaccination mandatory. Physical bioships reinforced other programming but were successfully completely erased from the human population about 2 years ago with a special technology that could be operated from a distance, developed by the resistance movement. Therefore, fears about NWO planning to microchip human population are not based on reality since the population has already been microchipped and those same bioships have also been removed without anybody really noticing. The Archons have reactivated and renewed the veil in early 1996 after the mass awakening happened in early 90s that made intervention of the positive ET races on this planet a real possibility. This was done with about 200 nuclear explosions on the lower astral and etheric planes. Those non-physical nuclear explosions have created a rift in the fabric of space/time that has opened dark wormholes through which many reptilian entities invaded planet Earth from outer space and infested its astral and etheric planes. The veil was reactivated again in December 2004 after the mass awakening to the goddess presence which happened after the first Venus transit in June 2004 and after some successful operations of the Pleiadian fleet towards liberating this planet. Now, after the second Venus transit in June 2012, the awakening is happening again. This time the veil cannot be reinforced as there are no negative physical or non-physical ET forces in the outer space left to invade our planet. We are thus very close to the final victory. The success of our mass meditations was such that about 70% of the veil on the astral plane and about 35% of the veil on the etheric plane has already been removed. Therefore, it is very important that we continue with mass meditations until the work is done completely and the veil is completely removed. This is scheduled to happen in the 7-month period that started on May 20th/21st at the reboot of the grid and will be completed on December 21st, 2012. Physical archons and the rest of the physical cabal may and can be removed long before the veil is completely gone. Physical and non-physical archons have a plan with a code name Doom 33 to prevent the mass arrests from happening. According to that plan, when the mass arrests would start, the non-physical archons would give a signal through occult rituals to top physical archons inside SMOM, Knights of Malta, and among 33rd degree Freemasons. Those people would then give orders through their links inside the military and alphabet agencies to create as much destruction and havoc as possible. This goes along with the Armageddon end times prophecies that are highly respected among the physical archons. They would do anything to see those prophecies fulfilled. You do not need to be afraid of those plans as light forces have detailed plans to prevent most of this from ever happening. Jesuit physical archons are still in control of the fuzzy logic artificial intelligence financial system computer program that Benjamin Fulford is speaking about. The resistance movement has put a computer virus in that program at the reboot of the grid on May 20th/21st and can now reboot the financial system if/when this will be necessary for the operations of the light forces. Jesuit physical archons lost much power over general population in the March Revolution in 1848/1849. Most of them have then moved to lower astral and etheric planes. Those that remained on the physical plane still control humanity indirectly through the Rothschilds. Rothschilds do not operate independently but obey orders from their Jesuit archon overlords. Solstice of 2012 is the turning point when many things about the archons and the planetary situation will be decided. Chiliac time of novelty graph shows a drastic decrease in entropy until June 21st, which indicates this turning point. Posted by Cobra at 3:59 p.m. 298 comments. Email this blog this. Share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share to Pinterest. Labels: Archons, Atlantis, Doom 33, Herp, Implants, Jesuit, Merkaba, Quarantine, Resistance Movement, Chiliac Timewave, Vaccinations, Veil. Sunday, June 17, 2012. Pleiadians, Resistance Movement and the event. You might want to listen to the latest Drake S interview, especially from 35 to 42 minute mark. And also watch this video about the terms of surrender for the Cabal. The Pleiadians, other positive ET races and the resistance movement are closely monitoring the situation. The Cabal has until June 21st to publicly announce their surrender over the mass media. If they do so, the situation will take care of itself. If they don't, the Pleiadians and the resistance have plans that will begin to be implemented immediately. The exact execution of those plans depends to a certain level on the actions of the positive military group in the next few days. The positive ET forces are making sure there will be no cataclysmic events taking place on Earth in the near future, and they will intervene before anything like that can happen. To understand a little more about the background of the situation, you can listen to my interview here, or here on YouTube, or read a transcript. It is interesting to note that when my interview was published on Kyle Palis' blog, his website received exactly 20,000 hits that day. Definitely a sign of divine intervention. There are forces greater than all of us, and they are making sure that light will be victorious on planet Earth. Posted by Cobra at 2:46 p.m. 105 comments. Email this blog this. Share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share to Pinterest. Labels: Drake, event, Pleiadians, Resistance Movement. Request Phoenix APR. Posted by Cobra at 12:13 p.m. 14 comments. Email this blog this. Share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share to Pinterest. Friday, June 15, 2012. Make this viral. World Liberation Movement. Weekly Liberation Meditations. After the great success of World Liberation Day and even greater success of Reboot of the Grid and Return of the Goddess, our efforts for planetary liberation continue. We will continue meeting in groups large and small, as individuals and couples, every Sunday until our planet is liberated. The Dark Cabal needed 25,000 years to create the Matrix and enslave humanity. We will need much shorter time to uncreate this Matrix and help setting humanity free. The main thing required is our dedication and focused intent to insist meditating every Sunday until humanity is set free. By meditating regularly, we are creating a planetary network of light on the non-physical planes that will help transmuting all the darkness. We need to have 144,000 people doing this visualization with focus to achieve the desired effect. If the critical mass of people on this planet makes an unconditional decision for the light will come. Most likely the group of dedicated meditators for World Liberation Movement will grow week after week until the critical mass is reached and the breakthrough occurs. Scientific studies have confirmed positive effects of mass meditations on human society, so what we are doing really does have an influence. Instructions. 1. Relax your mind and body by watching your breath for a few minutes. 2. Visualize a pillar of electric blue light emanating from the galactic central sun, going through your body to the center of the earth. Keep this pillar of light active for a few minutes. Then visualize all negative entities around the earth being removed from etheric and astral planes along with all their negative spiritual technologies and magical tools and all those entities being escorted into the light by the non-physical freedom fighters of the light. Visualize this process taking place worldwide peacefully and smoothly. Visualize the world finally being free from spiritual slavery, free from all evil archons, reptilians, demons, elementals and other negative non-physical beings. Visualize the vibration of the etheric and astral planes getting lighter and brighter until all dark beings are gone and only light remains. 3. Visualize members of the physical Dark Cabal, such as central banking criminals Rothschilds and Rockefellers, and other members of this cabal such as Henry Kissinger, George Bush, the Jesuits etc. Peacefully surrendering and stepping down from their positions of power, releasing control over the financial system and the mass media. Visualize civil authority arresting those members of the cabal that do not wish to surrender. Visualize this process taking place worldwide peacefully and smoothly. Visualize the world finally being free from financial slavery, free from all evil dictators and corrupt politicians. 4. Visualize bright new future for humanity, with new and fair financial system put into place, with all debts cancelled, prosperity funds for humanitarian projects released, advanced technologies introduced, ecosystem healed and human beings finally being free from all oppression. Visualize bright spiritual golden age with angels, fairies, dolphins, unicorns, spiritual guides and other beings of light inhabiting etheric and astral planes. Visualize all wounds of humanity being healed, all humanity being inspired and guided with everybody having their own connection with their own soul and the source. Exact times for different time zones for every Sunday, Monday early morning for Eastern countries, are 9 a.m. HAST Sunday, Hawaii 11 a.m. AKDT Sunday, Alaska 12 p.m. PDT Sunday, Los Angeles 1 p.m. MDT Sunday, Denver 2 p.m. CDT Sunday, Houston 3 p.m. EDT Sunday, New York 4 p.m. BRT Sunday, Rio de Janeiro 8 p.m. BST Sunday, London 9 p.m. CES Sunday, Paris 9 p.m. CES Sunday, South Africa 10 p.m. East Sunday, Bulgaria 11 p.m. MSK Sunday, Moscow 12:30 a.m. IST Monday, India 3 a.m. Central Standard Time Monday, Beijing 4 a.m. JST Monday, Tokyo 5 a.m. EST Monday, Sydney. If your location is not listed, you can convert time here. Please do this visualization as instructed and do not change it as otherwise it will not have the desired effect. If you wish to do this meditation daily or a few times in a week in addition to our regular weekly Sunday meditations, you are welcome to do so. In addition to that, we will have special worldwide mass meditations on specific dates when important portals will open. Those that wish to do this meditation for the solstice, exact time is Thursday, June 21st, 12:11 AM BST, London. You can convert time for your location at the same link. Updates about World Liberation Movement. Posted by Cobra at 6:51 AM 205 comments. Email this blog this. Share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share to Pinterest. Labels, Critical Mass, Matrix, World Liberation Movement. Tuesday, June 12, 2012. Stardust to complete. Posted by Cobra at 2:13 PM 224 comments. Email this blog this. Share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share to Pinterest. Stardust 2 operational. Posted by Cobra at 1:29 PM 6 comments. Email this blog this. Share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share to Pinterest. Cobra's exclusive World First radio interview. It will be aired this Wednesday, June 13th, 6 p.m. PDT/9 p.m. EDT USA on Enlight Radio. More about this interview here and here. If you want to know when this is in your time zone, you can check here. I am now open for other radio interviews, provided that my voice is modulated with voice modification program to protect my identity. If you are interested in doing an interview, contact me at posted by Cobra at 2:35 AM 72 comments. Email this blog this. Share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share to Pinterest. Labels, Cobra interview. Sunday, June 10, 2012. Evaluate Stardust 2. Posted by Cobra at 11:36 AM 93 comments. Email this blog this. Share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share to Pinterest. Saturday, June 9, 2012. Grid ratio between light and dark. The purpose of this post is to explain the balance of power between the light and the dark forces on this planet as a response to some comments in my blog. Further comments and questions are welcome, but please with clear logic and without the emotional drama of Cobra's clones, shields for Rockefeller and disinformation agents. Light and dark are equal and opposing forces, and this is the reason for the status quo. The dark are prevented from carrying out their plans of putting everyone in their FEMA camps, starting WW3. Because the light are opposing them. The light are prevented from implementing NESARA, introducing free energy, because the dark are opposing them. This situation can only last until a certain point when the compression breakthrough will happen, the light will win and the dark will surrender/be defeated. Positive ETs have technology to block the nukes from the distance in most cases. The reason why they cannot block all of them is quantum foam anomaly on this planet that can sometimes cause their advanced technologies to malfunction. Remember Roswell UFO crash. Therefore some of the remaining nukes need to be cut off from the cabal by resistance ground personnel. The Rothschild and Rockefeller factions had full access to nuclear weapons until December 2011. Only after that problem was solved in January 2012, the plan for mass arrests could move forward. The Jesuit faction had some access to nuclear weapons until a few days ago. Only after that was solved, real negotiations for the surrender of the cabal could start taking place. The cabal is now weakened but not yet without power. They still have access to conventional and also some chemical/biological weapons. 20% of the military and at least 40% of the general population is still supporting them. They still have full control over the media and the Rothschild banking casino is still open. Even if the positive ETs intervene this moment, they could not block all negative actions of the cabal against the general population. Imagine what just one massive attack with chemical weapons would do. The other factor here is the deeply ingrained fear in many of the positive ET races. They have been through their share of the galactic wars, and to tell you the truth, they do not like the idea of being involved into something like that again. The Pleiadians have clearly stated to me that they will massively appear only after the cabal is removed. They are happy to assist, but only from a distance. I had great problems years ago getting them more actively involved in the liberation of this planet. Liberation of the planet would be much simpler if the general population would not be so deeply programmed so they could cooperate with the plan. The key here is to take control over the mass media from the cabal. Therefore, this is the first condition for their surrender. Also, through the control of the mass media, the cabal wants to create an illusion that nothing is happening to discourage people from actually doing something to speed up the changes. Actually, much is going on in the background, as me, Drake and Fulford are reporting. If you want to actively participate in the change, apart from the mass meditations, I have a suggestion. It would be nice to gather information about the top players in the cabal, who they are, what they did, where they live, their addresses and phone numbers. For Rothschild and Rockefeller factions, this information is quite easy to get, and it would be good to post it somewhere on the internet in a clear and concise way. When they are exposed, they will cooperate in negotiations even more and will be less prone to dirty tricks. Further explanation about the votes on this and other websites. The purpose of the voting is not to decide the future of our planet, but to give the light forces an idea of what people want so we can negotiate better. Posted by Cobra at 7:24 a.m. 234 comments. Email this blog this. Share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share to Pinterest. Labels: Cobra, Grid Ratio, Nuclear Weapons, Pleiadians, Rockefeller, Rothschild. Surrender of the Cabal Negotiations videos. Posted by Cobra at 7:22 a.m. 2 comments. Email this blog this. Share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share to Pinterest. Friday, June 8, 2012. Surrender of the Cabal Meditation. Return of the Goddess meditation was a great success. The critical mass was reached and Goddess has returned to planet Earth after 5,000 years of exile. This means that Kali Yuga is officially over. It means that the feminine aspect of the Source has been irrevocably anchored in every physical, etheric, astral and mental particle of this planet and will stay here forever. You can now connect with the Goddess energy anytime you wish. Isis got her crown back. Goddess wants peace. After 5,000 years of insane wars, produced by disbalance of feminine and masculine aspects, real peace is finally possible. Goddess wants peace and she will get it. Immediately after the Venus transit, the Cabal made an offer to surrender. Such is the power of our collective consciousness and mass meditations. Therefore, we will have a unified meditation this Sunday, June 10th. Please use the exact meditation stated so our consciousness stream gets unified. Instructions: 1. Relax your mind and body by watching your breath for a few minutes. 2. Visualize a pillar of electric blue light emanating from the galactic central sun, going through your body to the center of the Earth. Keep this pillar of light active for a few minutes. Then visualize a peaceful surrender of the Cabal. Visualize them announcing their defeat over the mass media, stepping down from power and confessing their wrongdoings. Visualize massive healing of humanity taking place as people are finally being set free. 3. Visualize humanity creating bright new future. Visualize Nisara law being implemented with transparent financial system that is fair to everyone being put into place, free energy technologies being introduced, mass media being free from censorship and educating the masses. Exact times for different time zones are 9 a.m. HAST June 10th, Hawaii, 11 a.m. AKDT June 10th, Alaska, 12 p.m. PDT June 10th, Los Angeles, 1 p.m. MDT June 10th, Denver, 2 p.m. CDT June 10th, Houston, 3 p.m. EDT June 10th, New York, 4 p.m. BRT June 10th, Rio de Janeiro, 8 p.m. BST June 10th, London, 9 p.m. CEST June 10th, Paris, 9 p.m. CEST June 10th, South Africa, 10 p.m. East June 10th, Bulgaria, 11 p.m. MSK June 10th, Moscow, 12:30 a.m. IST June 11th, India, 3 a.m. Central Standard Time June 11th, Beijing, 4 a.m. JST June 11th, Tokyo, 5 a.m. EST June 11th, Sydney. Main Facebook group for this event is here. YouTube video. Posted by Cobra at 12:41 p.m. 86 comments. Email this blog this. Share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share to Pinterest. Labels: Goddess, Isis, Surrender of the Cabal, Venus Transit, R13/3 complete. L0 radius, 8.9 m. Posted by Cobra at 7:37 a.m. 92 comments. Email this blog this. Share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share to Pinterest. Thursday, June 7, 2012. Negotiations update. I have contacted my sources and they confirmed intel from Drake's last interview. Top people inside Positive Military Group started having doubts and reservations about the execution of the mass arrest scenario in early May as there was an unknown element disturbing their plans. This unknown element turned out to be the Archons, physical and non-physical ones. The original plan for the mass arrests designed by the Positive Military did not include Archons in consideration as their presence was not known to the Positive Military Group until recently. The physical Archons consist of a powerful group inside the Jesuit faction. This group had direct access to nuclear weapons which they were threatening to use if mass arrests would commence. As this group was effectively cut away from such access this Tuesday, the Cabal went into panic mode as they had no more leverage to delay their downfall. Therefore they are begging for mercy. They are cornered and they have nothing more to lose. If their only future would be mass arrests and possible execution, the only option they have is to fight an all-out war until their last man falls. If we give them a chance for a peaceful surrender in exchange for a milder treatment after they surrender, they have a motivation to cooperate. I have been present at many negotiations with members of the Cabal and they all follow the same pattern. As long as the bad guys have some power, they will use deceit to your disadvantage as much as they can and as long as they can. When they are finally cornered, most of them become very cooperative and some even genuinely cross over to the light. The non-physical Archons could become a real problem in the mass arrest scenario. Please understand that mass arrests could not happen without the complete reset of the financial system to cut off the Cabal from their remaining financial resources. At the reset, the non-physical Archons would influence people to spread panic, violence, riots, provoke civilians against the military. Things could really get ugly and spin out of control. So peaceful surrender of the Cabal is our best option. If the Cabal tries to manipulate the negotiation process, we can still execute the mass arrest scenario anytime we want. In case that things then get ugly and escalate into a war, the resistance has promised to back up the Positive Military and protect the people with their resources and can also send their troops from their deep underground bases to assist the Positive Military as the last resort. Non-negotiable terms of surrender as suggested by the resistance. 1. The leading members of the Cabal that are public figures must publicly announce surrender of the Cabal over the mass media until a certain deadline. The latest date suggested by the resistance is June 21st, summer solstice. If the Cabal does not do this, the mass arrest scenario continues. 2. Immediately after that, in the next 24 hours, they must permanently step down from all positions of power. They must give in all their property and resources. They are allowed to keep basic food, clothes and shelter for survival. This will free us to create the future we want, with NESARA, free energy technologies, transparent financial system, non-censored media. 3. They must publicly confess their wrongdoings. Amnesty can then be granted in most cases, with some arrests still taking place. The reason for polls on this and other websites is for the positive forces to understand the opinion of the general public so they can perform their negotiations with greater confidence. Therefore, it would be great if someone could get those polls to a mainstream website so that opinions of the mainstream population and the reactions to this would be better understood. Human masses have been programmed immensely and they effectively became parts of the matrix and no one knows how they will react. Even if all physical Cabal surrenders, you need to understand that by this act alone the non-physical Archons will not be removed. That is a separate issue and it will be dealt with in a different way. Posted by Cobra at 4:31 p.m. 224 comments. Email this blog this. Share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share to Pinterest. Labels: Archons, Drake, Jesuit, mass arrests, negotiations, NESARA, Positive Military. Wednesday, June 6, 2012. Breaking news. Negotiations for a peaceful surrender of the Cabal. Drake wants the people to vote on a proposal as to how the dark Cabal banking families need to surrender and on what terms. What is our demands? Options are to have an all-out war of violence in taking out the banking families, or should we negotiate with the dark cabal to transition into a peaceful new way of freedom? Do you, the people, want all-out war? If so, the civilian military will be fighting the mercenaries and loyalists of the dark cabal bankers. Many of both sides of the fight would be dead or wounded. Both sides want a transition without war or violence. A proposal needs to be written so that a peaceful transition can occur. More here. I will post an official statement from the resistance movement about this as soon as I gather intel, which will be in the next 12 hours or so. P.S. You can listen to the Drake's show here. Please listen to the show first, and then make comments to my post. Posted by Cobra at 10:01 p.m. 211 comments. Email this blog this. Share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share to Pinterest. Labels, Drake, Negotiations, Resistance Movement. Tuesday, June 5, 2012. ISIS got her crown back. Posted by Cobra at 6:43 p.m. 111 comments. Email this blog this. Share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share to Pinterest. Labels, ISIS, Return of the Goddess. Last update. Return of the Goddess Venus transit is the turning point of the portal 2012 and it is coming in a few hours. Let the goddess return after 5,000 years of suppression. Posted by Cobra at 6:45 a.m. 44 comments. Email this blog this. Share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share to Pinterest. Labels, Return of the Goddess, Venus transit. Friday, June 1, 2012. Return of the Goddess. Update. The critical mass for this visualization to have desired effect is about 118,000 people worldwide actually doing it with focus. If we consider that human concentration and meditation skills are not perfect, we need 144,000 people as a critical mass. But to read about it is one thing and actually do the visualization on June 5, 2012 completely another. I would encourage as many people as possible to actually participate, although it may be in the early morning hours in your part of the world. We can do it. It still needs to go viral. We need to reach millions of people, so that the critical mass of people actually doing it is attained. Please post it on your websites and blogs. If you know an alternative media outlet, you can send it to them. You can create a Facebook group for your local group of people doing this in your part of the world. You can create a video about this and post it on YouTube. If you have contact with an Occupy movement or Anonymous, they might be interested in spreading this also. The main Facebook group for this event is here. You can also watch the video. General information and guidelines about Return of the Goddess. Posted by Cobra at 11:39 a.m. 95 comments. Email this blog this. Share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share to Pinterest. Labels, Critical Mass, Return of the Goddess, Victory of the Light.